Hey folks, I'm HP's Dr. Pink, and today's topic is how to become a better rock rhythm guitar player, such as Malcolm Young or I think it was Mike Whiteford from Aerosmith. Joe asked me this question, so we're gonna give some exercises how to become a better rock rhythm guitar player. Sorry guys. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, because a lot of cool stuff you miss if you don't have hit the notification button. And let's get started. Rock rhythm guitar. I mean, when we check out Malcolm Young, the main thing, the chords which he played were not really hard to play, but what really made him exceptional was his extreme precise attack, and we're going to work on this extreme precision into rhythm in this tutorial here. First of all, we don't need to go too closely. There are only 3 chords: E5, D5, A5. Because we need to work with the whole body to feel the rhythm is more important than having more complex chords. So the first exercise is, we have here this track here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel the rhythm. See, I'm moving the foot. You don't see it here. Like 1, 2, 1. Feel the rhythm. 2, 3, 4. So the first exercise will be hit the chords on beat 1, and exactly on beat 1. First listen to the track or any track you have. This one is a E5, I think 4 bars, 1 bar D5, 1 bar A5. If you don't know E5, D5 or A5, E5 is here, open E string, 2nd fret, D5 is 3rd fret here on the B string, 2nd fret on the G string, and the middle 4 strings, and A5 is open A string and 2nd bar fret in on the D string. So these are 3 chords. 4 bars E, 1 bar D, 1 bar A. That's the track here, just so you understand. So first, take the music, feel it, tuck, take your foot, your body, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel the music. And if you're unsecure in any rock track, the drum makes the hit on the 2 and the 4, the snare. Here, tack, 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 tack. That's the 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See? Listen to that. So that will be the first exercise, just feel it. Next is to sync your foot, which you don't really see here, with your arm. 1, 2, no, or your whole body. I really recommend that you do with the whole body. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Also count loud. Count loud, that you feel the numbers, and it's a pretty complex thing you're doing. You're having your foot, you need to sync it with the music, you need to sync it with your arm and count. First is the first exercise to do. Sync everything, count, and everything moving. Once you're done with this, the next step will be hit the chord on beat number 1 and just let ring. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. You can also do head banging if you want, like that's all cool as long as you feel the rhythm. It's about feeling the rhythm. Everything which you feel makes you more precise. When your body is involved, you get more precise. And also do the counting, because the counting is for the orientation. So the next thing is now 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So on the 1 we play, and on the 2 we damp. How do we damp? With this part of the hand, just 1, 2 goes down. See? And this is a some might disturb your movement from before. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then continue the movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the snare on the 2 will help you to feel where the 2 is. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So it's pretty simple. Also the length, the damping has to be precise on the 2. Feel it. Listen to the snare that you understand or feel where the 2 is. Next exercises 1, 2, 3, 4. On 1, 2, 1 we play, on 2 damp, 3 play, 4 damp. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Yep. Now it's more complex and the movement has changed of the arm. And every variation on the movement brings the whole system a little bit in confusion. So you need to first, there was a ghost in the cable. You first need to really understand, or your body needs to learn how it feels to be in sync with the music. That's the main point which most of you students fail. You need to feel it. First you need to count, then you need to have the counting and your feeling, and then it starts to work being really precise. So that was like the main steps now. Just to have it exactly on the beat. What also helps, is that you dance. I don't do the dance now. We could do the dance or head banging, everything which makes the body move. Some of you might have irregularities in the heartbeat, in your heartbeat. And this is proven that those among you have more difficulties to somehow sync with the music, for whatever reason that is. But just practice it and it will work out and you become a better rhythm guitar player. Now let's get to the next step. Now we, in rock guitar, or like guys like in the classic rock, like Malcolm Young, they play a lot of 8-note stuff. So the next thing we need to learn is now, and this is a little bit complicated step. Now we play 8 notes, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now the movement of the hand or the arm changes. So 1 and 2 and 3. So 1 and 2 and 3. See? So we have that with the foot. We have tuck, tuck, and up with tuck, 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 tuck. That's the main shift which you need to learn. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You make all down strokes. If it's too complicated, you can make first to feel it, to listen how it sounds. Sync it with the foot, 1 with down up, but then change to the all down strokes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So that will be the next. 2, 3, 4. Okay, that will be the next step. I play damp technique. With damp technique, it's a very common technique. You have this part of your hand here on the strings, not too far on this side, not too far here, just here. And on the E5 we play the D string, the A string. On the D we play the D string and the G string. And on the A we play the A string and the D string. So. Okay, now the next step is that you count while you do this technique. And now it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 See, that's how it works. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and yeah. So if you're able to do that, every step which you're doing, you have to master the previous one, otherwise you cannot go to the next step. Once you have mastered this, we mix now between damped and not damped notes. 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So now on the 2, we release the damping. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. As before, on the 2, 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and, oh sorry, 1 and 2, I forgot it again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4. Yeah. Now we do the same as before. We release the damping on the 2 and on the 4, and the rest is damped, and we keep on counting. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 2 and 3 and 4. I think that works pretty good. As I already said, listen to the snare drum. On any rock groove, the snare is on 2 and 4. That's how it is. Basically, that's probably the definition of a rock groove. A lot of drum grooves have the the snare on or the accent on 2 and 4. Oh, there is a ghost in the wire. Yeah. So these were the very, very basics. If you cannot do this, it has no sense going further. Serious not. If you want to be a precise player. Now comes the next part. Offbeats. So, and now we come in the real pros like Malcolm Young or Mike Whiteford. Was it Mike? They make a mixture between on and offbeat chords. That means you play one chord on beat. On beat is on the number, and offbeat is on the plus. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. That will be you play a chord on the 1, and then the most common one is on 1 and 2 and. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. And it's very, very common that, especially with Malcolm Young, that you change the next chord with an anticipation on 4 and. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 4 and you play the chord before the bar starts on 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3. That gives any rock tune more drive if you do that. So otherwise it sounds like an exercise. So we try first the 1 and 2 and. So now we do the technique 1, damp, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4. And on the 4 we damp again, as before. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3. Let's try that. 4. That works pretty good. And now you already notice, now it starts to sound like a real rock rhythm guitar. Now what's still missing is hitting or changing the chord on 4 and then we're pretty much where we want to be. So we do the same figure again, but now 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2. So first we start on 1 and then we change to D, and to A we play the chord on 4 and, but to repeat the same pattern. That's the really hard one. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and the foot is still moving and you're still counting. If you cannot count this thing, you cannot do it. 1, 2 and 3, 4. Oh, sorry. Oh no, the changement, sorry. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. Now 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4. Yeah. Normally, in this case, the backing track is not doing that. The bass also would change the chord on 4 and then it gives more punch. What is really often, like with Malcolm Young, changing on and just let ring 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. You just let ring, but you change them 4 and 2. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and. The trick is that the whole movement with the foot, everything keeps on going. You should not stop with your foot. You should not stop the movement in your arm. You should not stop feeling the beat. Once you can do the whole thing from the first exercise till this one, this was the last one, the hardest one, then you have a really steady and really well educated basic timing in rock guitar. And then you can build up anything upon this. If you're not able to do these exercises, I'm sorry to tell you that, guys, you cannot play a stable rock guitar. Just not. It's like if you have a car and you don't have wheels, you know. Well, you can stay on the steering wheel and pretend you're driving, but it's not working. Yeah, folks, that's what I'm saying. Even if you're already an intermediate player and you've never done this exercise before, don't think it's easy. And I mean, even I myself have to concentrate on stuff like that. I mean, when I finished my studies, I have a master's degree in guitar. I thought, well, that stuff is easy. I can do that anyway. When I made recordings and sound like shit. And with my students, which I need to teach this stuff, I got way precise in the complex stuff. This is the basis of everything in rock guitar, of course, all the genres, but there are different exercises, but this is the basis. There's no discussion point on this. It's a period in American English. This is the basics, period. Yeah. Good. If you want to download the backing track here and the tabs of the exercises available at the HPCrazy Guitar Academy, join there, it's cool. Anyway, follow me on Spotify, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Google, and write me a review on Google Maps. You find the HPCrazy Guitar Academy there as well. Please write me a review if you love what I'm doing. Good. Me and Dr. Pink. If you have any suggestion of new tutorials, I'm open. I don't have so much time for research, especially on all the bands, all the guitar players. I know many, but some of them I don't know, like the guy from Aerosmith. I mean, I knew Aerosmith, but not the name of the guitar player. Yeah. So, that's it. Me and Dr. Ping are signing off.